Well, Stan Wawrinka, thank you for joining us on the sit down.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Here at the Australian Open, where you first competed in a main draw 20 years ago, what do you remember from that time?
It was a long time ago. It was not the same stadium. It was not so many courts. I played quali actually, and it was an amazing experience. Of course, when you're young and you come for your first Grand Slam, especially in Australia, from Europe, it's so far it's like a big travel, and it's the best feeling as a tennis player to be able to come to play a Grand Slam.
You alluded to the fact it's a bit different now compared to 20 years ago when you were last here. What do you make of how much the tournament's grown? I mean, it's, a few years ago we probably wouldn't have been doing live podcasts in opening week with players. So, yeah, you've been coming here for 2 decades now. What have you made of the tournament's growth?
Well, I think it's been amazing what Tennis Australia is doing here. Every year there's something new, not only for the players but for the fans, for the people who's coming. You can see already the week before the week of the quali, it's already packed a lot of people. We as a player enjoy so much to see that, to see the people coming, the fans in every court, practice court, and also for us the infrastructure, like the practice, the fitness side, the recovery, everything is perfect. As a player, that's what you wish for.
That's good to hear.
20 years on since your main draw debut, you have announced that this will be your last year on tour. So this, of course, makes this your last Australian Open. As a player, what are the emotions?
So far they're good. First of all, I'm super happy that I have the chance to play one more time here. I received the wildcard from Tennis Australia, from Craig Tiley, tournament director, and I'm really grateful for that, because that's something really special to be able to play one more time Australian Open. I have so many memories from here, from Melbourne, from Australia in general, that it's for sure going to be difficult to leave these sports that I love. I'm passionate about it, but in the same time, I'm happy with my decision. I'm still playing well. I'm happy where I am right now, and I want to enjoy that and hopefully win some matches.
Let's take you back to the Australian Open that was such a big part of your career, AO 2014. You won your first Grand Slam title 12 years ago. How much did that tournament victory change your career and change your life?
Yeah, when a Grand Slam is always going to be super special. So, of course, my life didn't change too much because I wasn't young. I was 29 years old, so I was already on the tour since more than 10 years. So I was already top 10 in the past, or top 15 for many years. So I wasn't young, so it didn't change my life and the way I see my life. But as a tennis player, it changed the way fans see you, the way people see you, and the way you approach also tournaments. So it was a amazing step for me to be able to achieve that here in Australia.
Speaking of that, you were 28 when you won and broke through for that, which is maybe not as usual. What was it that clicked for you at that point in your career after so many years on tour already?
Well, as a tennis player, there's a lot of pieces that you need to put together. You need to put the puzzle together, and we all have different timing. We all need more time or less time to put them together. It took me a long time to find a way how to be tennis-wise at my top, physically also, but also mentally. And putting that together in one tournament was when it happened here. But actually, one match that really helped me to make that step was the year before in 2013 against Novak Djokovic, that I lost 12-10 in the fifth set. Was a really tough loss, but that was the first time that something clicked in me mentally, I start to believe that I was going to be able to beat them, and that I was going to be able to do it again and again, and that's what happened the next year.
Yes, and there was also that great US Open semi-final I think you had against him. And so after you won the AO in 2014, you went on to win French Open the next year, US Open after that. And there's so many highlights in your career. You also won Olympic gold in Beijing with Roger. You won Davis Cup. You got to number 3 in the world. You carried the flag for Switzerland at the Olympics.
Yes.
So these are a lot of highlights in an incredible career. What's your favourite memory?
It's always complicated to choose one favorite memory. I think for me is the journey. I'm super lucky that I achieved way more than I could dream of when I started playing tennis. My dream was to be a professional tennis player, so to be top 100 in the world, to be able to travel the world, to play those Grand Slams. So I achieved way more than I could dream. So I'm super lucky with that. But for me, what I take the most is that during the more than 20 years, I really enjoy the journey. Like every year, doesn't matter, even the low, even the difficult moment, even when things don't click, when you don't get the result, I always like appreciate to be a tennis player, because this life is so special. It's something I dreamed of when I was young, and I'm really passionate about the sport and about this life, and I think it's something incredible as a human to be able to play here in Grand Slam, to be on the biggest court, to see all the people coming to watch you. This is the emotion that I will miss the most.
You were in many ways the ultimate match player. You went on to win Roland Garros in 2015, the US Open in 2016. You had an amazing record in Grand Slam finals. I think you won 3 of the 4 that you contested. What made you so mentally strong in those big moments?
I think it's the fact that I wasn't so strong mentally the 10 years before.
Right.
That was what missing from my career, to be better than 10 or to be better than 15-year-old. That mentally I didn't believe I could be the top player. So I was good player, really good player to be there, but I was always missing something. And when I start to feel this confidence in my game and the belief that I was strong enough physically, tennis-wise, and mentally to beat them, then I really enjoyed it. And as I said, I was 28, 29, and 30 to win those times. So I was mature enough to really feel like, okay, now it's my time to be the best version of myself.
And fans love you for many reasons, but especially your one-handed backhand. I have to ask about that. Where did you learn it? Was it a natural stroke for you?
No, I started with two-hand backhand. I started tennis at 8 years old with two-hand, and I had my first coach who helped me from young and until 25. Like when I was 11, he realized that my backhand was not really natural, so he asked me to change it to one-hand backhand. And when you're young, to change from two-hand to one-hand is difficult because you don't have the same power, you don't have the same. You're not gonna win as much young because you change backhand, but it looks way more natural for him. I was happy to change it, and that's how it started.
What age were you when you changed it?
11.
Wow. And who do you think will carry on that legacy, or will it carry on the one-handed backhand?
I think they're always going to be top players with one-hand backhand. For me, he's one of my favorite shots to watch. Like we can see now, one I really love is Musetti backhand. His beautiful game and his backhand is unbelievable. So nice to watch.
What age was it, if you switched at 11, at what age was it when you were really comfortable with hitting it, when it became like the right decision to change? Did it take a while?
Yeah, of course, because again at that age you're not as powerful, it's difficult so to put the ball back, but probably around 15, 16.
Oh, well, that's very good persistence then. We also wanted to talk about Swiss tennis. You've just been representing Switzerland at the United Cup, but for a small country there are so many icons that have come from there. So you've won multiple slams, Hingis, Federer, Rosset and Bencic both won gold medals. Patti Schneider was top 10. What is the secret behind Swiss tennis players and the system there? Because it produces such incredible players.
I think there is no secret. If not, it will be so easy. But we've been so lucky in Switzerland to have so many great champions from the past. And every generation with a champion from women's side or men's side, that probably helped the young generation to want to be part of this journey or of this sport. And it was, if you look a bit, it was always individual athlete with their own private coach and their own private team that achieve things. And I don't know what else to say. If there was a secret, I will keep it for myself, but there is no secret.
Your coaching partnership with Magnus Norman, who has also been a guest on the Sit Down, it's one of the most enduring relationships in tennis. What is the secret of that success?
The mentality. I think we both knows that everything comes from the practice, from the hard work, from the dedication, from the long-term vision. When he arrived with me, it was in 2013, and yeah, we click directly with the mentality. We know what we want. We know how to try to achieve it. The goal is always to push ourselves the maximum and to try to be the best version of a tennis player I can be. And that goes from practice court, from everything. And we are close friends now since many years, and I'm super happy and grateful that he's still doing this here with me.
Would you consider a coaching career yourself, or do you have other post-tennis plans?
In the short term, I don't think I will be coaching, but in long term, we never know. Tennis will always be my life. It's always something that I will be passionate about it, and I love so much this world of tennis that for sure I will be in a way involved a little bit in tennis.
If you were to consider a coaching career, is there anyone on tour now that you would love to coach?
There's probably many, but I think the good thing to be still a tennis player is that I had the chance to face different generation, and that's what I love, is to see the young one coming, they're already at the top, and some even younger coming and trying to practice with them. For me, it's so interesting, and it's amazing as a tennis player to be able to do that.
Speaking of young players, is there anyone now that reminds you of yourself?
Not really, not that I can think of, because I don't look player thinking that way. Like I say, I'm still playing, so I look player to try to learn from them, to try to see, to try to enjoy. Also, as a fan, I love to watch tennis in general. So even when I'm not playing, I'm watching those big tournaments.
Part of your journey has been the fact that you've had to overcome a lot of surgeries and kind of physical issues, and in recent years it's been knee and foot. How's it been to kind of bounce back from that each time, and how proud of yourself are you that at this age you have navigated that, and you're playing really good tennis at the moment? You've started the season with wins and a really good level.
Yeah, I think there's two ways of seeing it. One way is I always plan the long term, and I when I was younger, like when I arrived on tour, I wasn't playing too many tournaments to make sure like I can save my body. I got unlucky because my first big surgery in the knee was in 2017 when I was at my best ranking. I was twin the world. I was playing my best tennis, but I had to do this surgery. But the lucky thing is I was already 34 years old, so I already had a long career. So then you just try to survive those big surgery, and I'm always someone who always gonna try to come back, because my dream is to not finish on the injury and to finish it the way I feel like I can still be competitive. So of course was some really tough year with the knee, with the foot and all, and was some tough moments, especially the foot. Took me 1 year to come back, but I love this sport. I love the process, and I love playing tennis. I enjoy the emotion I get. I love practicing. So for me, last few years playing some big tournament, but also some lower level tournament challenger is not a problem. It's the same. Like the passion is still there. So that's why I'm still trying to compete.
That actually brings us well to my next question, which is about your tattoo. It must be one of the best known tattoos in tennis, the famous Samuel Beckett quote, which is ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, fail better. Does that kind of sum up your career in some ways, given all the challenges you've overcome?
Yeah, of course. That sum up for me. That's more just tennis. That's life in general. Like you always have to get back, and in tennis especially, like even when you're at the top of the game, you don't win every tournament. You always end up losing somehow a match, a tournament. So you always need to find positive in a loss. And I feel also like when we are young, we don't teach the young generation enough that losing is not negative. It's not always bad. It's not you lose, you bad. No, you need to learn from it, because if you're going to play tennis, you're going to end up losing a lot of points, a lot of match, a lot of tournaments. So you need to find a way how to stay positive with it.
Speaking of that, how are you feeling about your game going into the AO, which starts on Sunday? You're a wild card into the main draw. You played United Cup in the lead up. What are your goals? How are you feeling about where you are with your game right now, about to play the AO?
Yeah, I'm super happy with where I am physically, tennis-wise. I'm playing well. I'm super happy with the United Cup. I play 5 matches against top players. I won 1, lost 4 in 3 sets. But the level is there, and I'm always been honest with myself. I'm 40 years old, so of course I'm never going to be as good as I was 10 years ago. But I'm trying to push that limit. I'm trying to push myself to be the best version I can be today. And today I feel like when I enter the court I'm competitive. I feel like I can beat some players, probably not all, but I can beat some players. I enter the court feeling, yes, I can do good things. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can win some matches here.
And how was the recovery? As you alluded to, all of those matches were 3 sets, 5 matches in like a big week to open the season. How did the body bounce back?
Yeah, the first two matches were not easy, 3 hours plus back to back, so it was quite tough. But in the same time, for me to play so much time on court, to play so much time at that level helped me a lot. Of course, I needed a few days to recover, but it's something that my body needed to feel like even better now, because I feel like you can practice as much as you want, nothing beat the competition. The stress you're going to have, the body doesn't react the same. So it was, for me, amazing start. And the fans were great. We played in Perth, we played in Sydney. For me, it was such an amazing event.
And you said, like, obviously the main priority at AO for you is how you go and your progress. But as a tennis fan, who else are you looking forward to watching at the AO, and who should they keep their eye out for, if not you?
I'm a big fan of Alcaraz, so I love to watch him. I think what he's doing on the court, he can do everything. There is always something different coming from his racket. And he's an amazing athlete and amazing tennis player.
Have you hit with him much or practiced?
Yeah, I did. Last few years, we did practice quite a lot. Yeah, I enjoy.
Cool.
Stan, when you think of your career in sort of the big picture, what do you think your legacy will be?
That you have to tell me.
What would you like it to be?
I don't know, someone who never give up, someone who show the passion of the sport, someone who show that dream can be achieved, doesn't matter. That's a good thing in tennis. There is not only one way to get winning a slams or to get at you on top. The most important thing is that you enjoy what you're doing, you stay passionate, don't forget that tennis is a game. Play the game, enjoy this life, because if you want to be a professional tennis player, it's an amazing life to be able to come here in Australia to play tennis. So yeah, it's more into that direction. And
when you sort of look back at 20-year-old Stan making his main draw debut here, what advice would you give him?
Keep pushing yourself, keep dreaming, keep enjoying that. You don't put any limit, but don't expect too much, because that's the way you can do step by step your own career.
Is that how you're approaching your final season on tour? Because yes, every tournament beyond the AO that you go to will be a farewell. In a way, you're saying goodbye to those tournaments for the last time, so there might be emotion, but also you do still have 10 or 11 months of the season left to play. So kind of how are you approaching it?
Yeah, a year is long, so there's a lot of tennis to play, hopefully. And like I say, I'm not coming to my last year just to say goodbye and to play this tournament. I'm coming here I'm a competitor. I want to win as much as possible. I would love to finish my career in the top 100 in the world at the end of the season. So that means I need to win matches. I also going to play some challenger, some different kind of level of tournament, because at the end I want to do a full year and the best possible I can at my age and where I am right now. So that's my mindset. I know that when I'm going to lose here, it's going to be difficult, and I'm going to be sad because I will realize it was my last time here in Australia. But I enjoyed it so much the past 20 years that I'm super grateful to still be here.
Doubles or mixed doubles, if you want to keep playing here, could you do that too?
No.
I think before we wrap up, we've got a little presentation for you.
Yes, we do. So Stan, when you won the Australian Open in 2014, this is the magazine that we produced at the time. So I guess, what's it like when you sort of look back on that?
Yeah, it was an amazing night, amazing memories, of course. Like winning a slams, it's so special. It's the ultimate goal you can have in tennis. That's the biggest tournament you want to win, and you can win. And I feel like I say, I was 28 at that time, so I wasn't young on the tour. So the emotion I got when I won the slam, it's all the memories from the past 20 years, the practice, the sacrifice, the discipline, and everything you went through to arrive and to achieve that.
Well, you've brought us so many wonderful memories here in Melbourne and all around the world, and including today. So thank you for joining us
much
on the sit down.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you very much.